I've got to confess something. I made a mistake. I traded a watch for another watch that I don't want to keep. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Humble Horologist. My name is Anthony, and I got several quick things I want to share with you in this video. First off, did you notice something different about the introductory music, the theme music? Well, believe it or not, every time I've posted a video with the music that I've always used from iMovie, it keeps coming back telling me this video cannot be monetized because the music is copyrighted. Okay, fine. It's something I put together in about 30 minutes, just to have something. But at least it gives us some music. Now, the other thing is that I made a trade. I made a trade because I wanted to get a new watch, and the watch that I had just didn't really fit me that well. The mistake that I made was that I jumped on the first thing that come across the table. It was this ball watch. Now, normally, ball, what can I say? It's a great respected, these braces. It's a great respected brand, but I had not done my homework. And that's something that I would advise you to do. If you're going to be trading in watches, even when the people you know that you're trading with are good people, you don't have any question about their sincerity and what they're trading, they think they're giving you something good, you need to make sure that it's good for you, and you need to make sure you're getting what you think you're getting. My problem is this watch that I got was not everything it's cracked up to be or supposed to be, and now it's on eBay as I record this. So here's the watch in question, and yes, the time is correct. It is 15 till 10, and I needed to be in bed 2 hours ago. But I'm going to be quick. What we have here is a Ball Railroader Quartz. This is a watch that came out several years ago. It is a nice watch. Most Ball watches are automatics. And if you know anything about the brand, they're a very reputable brand. They came about, years ago in order to have, certified watches that were very accurate to keep the trains from running into each other. And so, it has a long heritage, or at least back to the 1800s. And, they're typically very good watches. This is a 37 millimeter watch, stainless steel. It's got a polished bezel, sapphire crystal, has 100 meters of water resistance. It's a beautifully finished watch, milled clasp. It has a signed crown, 22 millimeter lug width, and about 9.5 millimeter thickness. So it's a nice watch. It's very well finished. The bracelet, it's an integrated bracelet, but the links are solid links, and they're very nice, very smooth. It's just a nice watch. And so when I saw this as an option to be traded for, to trade the Suggess that I was going to trade. Let me show you that. I traded a nice Suggess. It's the homage to the Zenith, and we won't get into that too much, but you probably are familiar with the watch. It has a mechanical movement in the back, a column wheel movement. It's just a really nice watch. But $150, $200. I thought when I was going to trade for this, that I was going to get a watch that was going to be worth a lot more. But see, I didn't do my homework, because this watch, when it first came out, retailed for over $700, well, almost $800, about $790. The last time that I saw where it was for sale and it's out of stock was on Joma Shop, and it was going for $299.99. So a $300 watch. Now, I didn't know how much it'd be worth now, but I thought surely being a Ball, this is worth the trade. Well, here are some of the problems. One, it's a 37 millimeter case, and I have a 7.5 inch wrist. But beside the size, there was another issue. If I had asked around, or if I had done my homework, I would have found this out earlier, and I would not have traded for this watch. And what's that problem? The tritium tubes. You see, there's a tritium tube on the second hand, there's a tritium tube on the minute hand, and on the hour hand. And if I'm not mistaken, there's little tritium dots or something, tubes maybe underneath the minute track on the outside, around the outside of the dial. Tritium glows whether you have a light source or not. But when tritium tubes wear out and they lose their oomph, it's darkness. Well, I did not think about that. And so when I got this watch, it had no tritium. Nothing was glowing at all. To have that fixed on this watch particularly was not going to be inexpensive. And so ultimately, I would have put as much into this watch as it is worth in the trade. My point is this: when you want a watch, be careful to do your homework before you make a sudden, or don't make a sudden trade. Do your homework first and know if this watch is the right size for you, if it's going to fit, if it's going to be your look. Even though it might look good in a photograph, it just might not work on your wrist. And then find out if there's anything in particular you need to ask about this watch before you commit to it, because it might be something that the ownership of it becomes a pain. Getting it might have been easy, but it's like, buying a used Ferrari. It looks good until you have to work on it. Well, I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you learned something from my mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes as I made. And, when you're trading for watches, do your homework first. Nothing bad about the ball watch itself. It's just make sure everything is the way you expect it before you can't do anything about it. Mistakes can be expensive. Well, have a great weekend. Hope to see you soon in another video. And remember, watches are replaceable and some you got to get rid of. But time is irreplaceable. Make the best of it.